Hey everyone, this is JDAWG and I'm here with another video, and this is another edition of JDAWG Sports, where I talk about everything related to sports for those who are new to my channel. Caitlinclark, Tombrady, Larrybird, 3 American athletes. What do they have in common other than the fact that they're white? Matter of fact, that's exactly what we're bringing up. Yeah, I know there's probably going to be some people is going to come at my channel and say, why are you bringing up race? How dare you? You're another one of these race baiter channels. Why are you bringing up race? Well, because it happens to be the topic. The Great White Hope. And this is JDAWG Sports, where I talk about my sports content. Since we're dealing with these individuals, we're gonna talk about the Great White Hope, these white supremacists, why they were hyping up Caitlinclark, which is this woman right here, so desperately, this entire college basketball season, and why I also brought up Tombrady and Larrybird. Yes, the Great White Hope. See, in a world where there's specific sports that is heavily predominant by black people, or black people have began to take over the sport, the white supremacists get angry when they see nothing but black athletes accomplishing a lot of things. People like Angel Reese, people like Sha'Carri Richards, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather. White racists get mad at those white racists who are anti-black. Get mad because they don't like to keep seeing black people dominate in sports. So they try to find the Great White Hope, a white athlete that they can lift up and hope to accomplish something, and then rub it at black people's faces. They'll even go as far as attack the black athlete that dare challenge the Great White Hope. We saw this with Caitlinclark, the woman that you see in this photo. She was the so-called top basketball star according to the mainstream media, because she broke the scoring record in women's college basketball. Despite the fact that she was unable to win an NCAA championship, the last time she went for one, she lost to Angel Reese and LSU. And then recently, she tried again, only to lose to South Carolina, who was being coached by Dawn Staley, a former player herself. That way, if Caitlinclark was to have won a championship, they would try to put it, the white supremacists would try to put her in the lengths of this man, Tombrady, a former quarterback for the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, former NFL player, and 7-time Super Bowl champion. He was made the face of the NFL, and we all know reasons why. The only difference is between Caitlinclark and Tombrady is he actually won the championships to make himself the face. In a way, he did earn being the face because he won Super Bowl championships. Although there was a controversial deflate that almost ruined his reputation and got him suspended, even though they really didn't want to suspend him. But other than that, he did get the championships. Caitlinclark couldn't even get an NCAA championship. They tried to make, or did make, this man into the Great White Hope at one point in the NBA. This is Larry Bird, a 3-time NBA championship he won all his championships with the Boston Celtics. Alright, he was known as the legend Larry Bird. He was known for his rivalry playing with the Boston Celtics, his rivalry with Magic Johnson, who was playing for the LA Lakers. Magic Johnson will win some, Larry Bird will win some. Larry Bird became a 3-time champion thanks to the Boston Celtics and thanks to his rivalry with Magic Johnson. Once again, he at least won the big ones. However, Caitlin could not do it. She could not win. But the white supremacists attempted. Oh, and by the way, I know I'm saying white supremacists, white racist, anti-black racist. This does not mean, especially if you happen to be some white viewer that happens to watch my video, come across this video. No, this does not mean I'm attacking white people. Well, not all white people. No, this is not me attacking white athletes. And no, this is not me especially attacking Caitlin Clark or those other individuals like Tom Brady and Larry Bird. No, this is not an attack on them. This is an attack. If it is an attack, it's an attack on the racists, the white supremacists, the anti-black people, people who are anti-black, who hate black people, who use these athletes to attack black athletes and to attack the black community. I am going after and calling out those individuals because they try to, and these individuals are not only in the Klan or the neo-Nazis or whatsoever, they're in the mainstream media, they're in the government, and particularly the mainstream sports media. They use these athletes to try to hype up and make them the big top stars, even if though some of them can't really be top stars. Just so they can rub it in black people's face and use them to go against the top black athlete. And also notice Caitlin Clark, Tom Brady, and Larry Bird are all white Americans, meaning they are from this country, the United States of America. But when the white supremacists can't get a white American athlete to be the face, they will go for the foreigner to go against even the black American. For example, meet this individual. This is boxer and current WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. Multi-time heavyweight champion boxer. He's from the United Kingdom, Britain, also known as Great Britain or Britain. He's a British fighter. He doesn't represent the United States of America. But you had white Americans, especially the those who were racist against black people, cheering for him to beat the black American in Deontay Wilder, which unfortunately he did twice. And many people still are questioning the second fight where he was caught with photo evidence of him cheating to beat Deontay Wilder. Now, I don't know really about the third fight. Looks like he cleaned himself up in the third fight of his people also found him doing some controversial stuff too. But the white supremacists would not investigate it because they were so desperate to beat the black American fighter so bad. Like I said before, if they can't get a white American to do it, they'll find a foreigner to beat the black American. And this is white Americans, so-called white Americans, that was hoping for Tyson Fury, the British fighter, to beat Deontay Wilder, the black American fighter. But this shows you that these white supremacists are not American patriots. But they want to go around with this so-called fake patriotism when I really call it patriotism that they use against black people. And he ain't the only one. Tyson Fury ain't the only one. You also have this boxer, Vasily Lomachenko, or should I say Vasily Lomachenko, which I talked about in earlier videos recently after he lost to Devin Haney. He tried to beat Devin Haney, but only this time the difference was Devin Haney was actually, who was a black American fighter, was able to beat this guy. And Devin Haney became undisputed. Well, Devin Haney became undisputed by beating the Australian fighter and George Kambosos Jr. But when Devin Haney defended the title, Devin Haney was able to successfully defend his undefeated streak and his undisputed title against this man, Vasily Lomachenko, or should I sometimes say Vasily Lomachenko, due to his unfortunate antics, such as mocking Adonis Stevenson, who was in a coma after fighting a fellow countryman of Vasily Lomachenko. That's why I do not like Vasily Lomachenko, and I do not like Tyson Fury because he's a known cheater. But then again, many people also say that Tom Brady was a known cheater when it came to the Deflategate situation. But many people try to brush it off because they were so desperate to have a great white hope. Especially now that Tom Brady has retired, there's not really many great white hopes in some of these sports right now. One that's popular enough to be talked about all the time on the media. That's why they were hyping up Caitlin Clark. Because ever since Tom Brady retired, the top quarterback right now is a half black, half white athlete, and Patrick Mahomes, who became the third black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. And yeah. Right now, they are desperate. The white supremacists who are anti-black are desperate to use sports to try to find another great white hope. Because in sports like the NBA or like basketball, blacks dominate the sport 80 to 90%. The NFL, black people dominate 60 to 70% of the league. It's predominantly black. 80 to 90% of the NBA is predominantly black. And since they can't get a great white American hope in the NBA, they're trying to get a 4-1 in Nikola Jokic. I don't have this photo up, but the white supremacists are just so desperate for the great white hope all the time. But sometimes the great white hope ends up backfiring, just like in the case of Caitlin Clark, and also in the case of Luka Doncic in the NBA. Neither have won a championship, but they were so desperate to hype them up. Why? Because it was the way to basically mock the black American fighter. When Caitlin Clark beat Angel Reese this year, they attacked heavily at Angel Reese. They went after Angel Reese. Even though last year, Angel Reese actually beat Caitlin Clark to win an NCAA championship. And then they just went on an attack on Angel Reese because they wanted to hype up Caitlin Clark, even though Caitlin Clark was not attacking Angel Reese. Matter of fact, after the game, they shook hands and hugged it out because Caitlin Clark, I guess, is not that kind of person. But you have these white supremacists attacking Deontay Wilder and Angel Reese after they lost to Tyson Fury and Caitlin Clark because they wanted to rub it in. But yeah, this is what goes on in the world of sports from these white supremacists who are desperate for a great white hope. That's the thing. They're desperate for a great white hope. And that's what I have to warn y'all who are coming in these videos, what goes on in the world of sports. They even tried to make Abby Steiner a great white hope in the world of track and field, because that sport is being dominantly, and sprint running in particular, is being dominated by black athletes. But then they had recently Abby Steiner. Nothing against Abby Steiner, but we know how these white supremacists are with the white athletes. They live through them just to fight against black athletes and black fans. Black sports fans. That's the desperation of these white supremacists. But that's all I have to say about the situation. If you want me to do another video on this topic, maybe one day I will. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the desperation for the great white hope. They use these white athletes to try to hype them up just so they can go after the black athlete. But I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Write down the comment and be respectful, by the way. Otherwise, I'm blocking you and remove your comment, because I know this is going to rub some feathers. But still, I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Write down in the comment section what y'all think. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And this is another edition of JDAWG Sports. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.